In this lesson, we will learn about pop artist Keith Haring. We are going to learn how to draw on our iPads with Sketch a School, or you can use another drawing app. We'll learn how to draw simple human figures in action poses, and we will learn how to draw using lines, shapes, and colors. Keith Haring was born in Reading, Pennsylvania in 1958. Keith showed an early interest in art, and his father showed him how to draw really simple cartoon figures, and he was inspired by Walt Disney and Dr. Seuss. Keith moved to New York City in 1978 to study at the School of Visual Arts, and not long afterward he started doing his very famous subway chalk drawings. Keith created hundreds of these subway chalk drawings between 1980 and 1985. Keith Haring created more than 50 public artworks between 1982 and 1989. Many of his famous artworks were made for charities, hospitals. Some artworks were made for children's daycares and orphanages. Keith's artwork started selling for thousands of dollars, which made it available to only people that were really rich. Keith wanted his artwork to be available to anyone, so in 1986 he opened the Pop Shop, which was a retail store where he sold his artwork for affordable prices. Soon, Keith's artwork was famous all around the world. He was known for making figures that were in action poses, doing something, moving. He also loved to use this barking dog symbol in his artwork. Keith also used the radiant baby symbol in a lot of his artwork, and it represented the way that Keith thought of kids' energy and excitement about their world. So now that you know a little bit about Keith Haring, let's try drawing like him using Sketch a School, or you can pull up another drawing app that you're familiar with. Find the Sketch a School app on your iPad, open up a sketchbook by clicking on it, and click on a blank page. In here you can use the ABC tab on the side, which is actually for shapes and letters. Drag a square off of that tab, and then you can use your fingers to spread it, make it bigger. When you're done, press a little check at the bottom. Then change it to white, and you'll get another square, just the same as you did before. Put it right in the middle to make it look like a frame. You can use the same shape tool to make nice circles for the heads of your little figures. Change the size of them, move them around. Think about what poses you're going to put them into. You might add a bunch, you might add one or two. It's totally up to you. You can change the color, of course. After you figure out how many people you want in your picture, I like to use the pen tool and in the same color of the figure's head, and then just make stick figures. We're all good at doing this, right? So think about where the legs would bend, where you might need the arms to bend, depending on how you're going to pose your person. And you might need to practice this a bunch of times before you get it right, but that's okay, because that's what artwork is all about. So I'm making a person holding an umbrella for no particular reason, just because it was fun. And I'm going to make another person underneath and give them legs, and I want to make it look like they're running, like maybe they're running away from the rain. Think about how you might have the arms look if you were running. The next step is adding bubbles around your stick figures. So I'm going to go around all of the figures that I made, and that's how I make them look like Keith Haring figures. I'm just making them thicker and sort of rounded like Keith Haring's bubble figures. All the way around. And in the next step, once you finish this, you can color it in. And I like to use the paintbrush tool for this. So you'll see it on the side. There it is, it's popping up. And I use the same color. And then I just color it all in from there. So you can imagine what that's going to look like from this point on. Voila! All colored in. Now I'm going to add some other stuff. I'm adding a cloud because it makes sense. It's raining. That's why they've got an umbrella. You add anything you want to do to this. You can draw yours in. You don't have to use the shape tool that's on the side. I'm just doing it because it's a quick and easy way to show you what to do. So I'm going to switch colors and my tool again, and I'm going to go to the pen tool, and I'm drawing in little raindrops. And I'm not going to make you watch me draw all of them in, so I'm going to move on to the next step. Here's my finished picture with all the raindrops drawn in, and I also added little white lines on the clouds and in the umbrella. You make yours however you want it. So here's another example of some stick figures doing crazy poses. I've got somebody doing a split, somebody looks like they're going to do a cartwheel, and somebody's doing a backflip. Here I've drawn those bubbles around the people. I've used the paintbrush tool to color them all in. Then I got different colors I added to the inside using the paintbrush tool just by painting it in there. And I used the pen tool in different colors to add lines around there. And it makes it look like they're even more in action. It makes it look like they're moving, almost like the air around them is moving around. So quick review. Draw stick figures in action poses, then put bubbles around the stick figures, color the bubble figures in, and make lines and shapes in the background. Keith Haring wouldn't want you to just copy his drawings. He would want you to come up with your own new, exciting drawings. So have some fun and get to creating.